All right, welcome back to a Monster Movie a Day for October 2022. This is for October 31st for Halloween. We have the Spanish language 1931 Dracula on 4K that's on this set side by side with the English version of Dracula, also from 1931. So these guys, the Spanish cast and crew, filmed all night while the English crew filmed during the day on the same sets. All right, I might be wrong, but in the opening shot where these guys are in the coach here, the horse-drawn carriage, it seems like in the Spanish language version that they're getting rocked really, really hard in there. Like these people are really getting their business shook up in here. Look at this. It just seems a lot more aggressive in this one. I don't know, maybe it doesn't show up on the handheld here. All right, I noticed a pretty gnarly film scratch here on this part right. See if you can see right here where I'm pointing. Yeah. So you just kind of watch that spot, and it's a pretty consistent film scratch. Let's see if it shows up on here. Yeah, there it is. So at first I was kind of making note of the film scratches in the Spanish version until I just kept seeing them. And so while the Spanish version has been restored and remastered, I don't think it's as clean because there's quite a handful of times where some scratches like that show up. All right, I got some light there, so you can see my full glory of my forehead. So as far as the 4K quality of this one goes, I think the editing is a lot rougher than the English language version. As in, like a scene will be going, and there'll just be like jump cuts during the scene, like pieces of the film are missing, or like there was errors or whatever. So a little sloppier that way. Then there's a handful of scratches, like I mentioned, and then the sound was fine. It was pretty quiet, but this movie is just very quiet by nature. But this one seemed more quiet. Also, the Spanish version of Dracula seems darker visually. Like it's actually harder to see stuff. Like maybe it's not as high of resolution. I don't know why that would be the case, but it seems darker. Check out Dracula's entrance in this version. Look at this. He's fiddling around the outside, then he pops open. There's like light and smoke, and it's like boom. And then look at his face. Look at this. He's so intense. This is not your Bela Lugosi Dracula, that's for sure. And for the life of me, I think that's a shot right out of the English one. So I think these movie recycled footage from the English one, I think. Pretty sure. 99% sure. All right, look at this awesome move as Renfield turns around and then is super startled, but very quiet about it by Dracula. Just watch what the camera does here. Just like zooms around him and then like rallies up the stairs, and then look at his face. These guys in the Spanish version have so much more emotion in their faces. And here's the classic line right here.
Soy Drácula.
Yeah.
No podía usted ser más oportuno. No sé lo que pasaría con el cochero, con mi equipaje, con todas esas cosas. Creí que me había.
Okay, look at their faces. Seriously, this movie has so much more emotion than the English one. It really caught me off guard. So the children of the night are out there making racket. Look at their faces. Watch, he's all scared. Look at Renfield's scared face. Look at Dracula. Oh, it's so good. Look at this incredible shot of them coming up the stairs. Looks so good. Look how much different the expressions of Dracula are, especially on this part where the little Renfield cuts himself on the knife. Just look at Dracula's expressions here. it's a lot different. Here's an example of one of those jump cuts I was talking about. Watch the guy. You see that? Also, look at this beautiful shot with the brides here in the background and the Renfield stumbling through. There's also a massive film scratch through this entire scene, but look at this thing. Looks so good. I'm gonna show that again, just the composition of the shot. Renfield stumbling through with these ladies in the background creeping on him. Looks so good. I'll tell you what, this boat travel from wherever to wherever they're going here is crazy in the Spanish version. You got this guy creeping out, going after these guys, and listen to that laugh. Renfield's been vampirized. He actually does that laugh quite a few times in this show, and it's like wild and sounds like it's like hurts his body. It's just kind of in the theme of everything in the Spanish version, where it's like all the emotions are just a lot more animated. Same thing with Renfield's like psychotic screaming or laughing, I guess. This guy's not as smooth as Bela Lugosi as he's creeping around. Well, the English language version doesn't have this. Look at that. Of course, his eyes get all excited, but I mean, look at this. That is see-through. All right, I gotta say, whoever's operating the bat string in the Spanish version is just kind of swinging that thing around. It's like slamming into stuff. It doesn't even look like it's flying. Look at this cool shot, Dracula creeping through the foggy bushes there. Look at that. Just normal stuff for a gentleman to be out doing. Okay, so all these people are examining Eva, as her name is in this one. But look at this lady back here. So she's about to announce Count Dracula is there. The timing isn't as good as in the English version. But look at her. She seems just like she's so cranky about it. She actually reminds me of the girl in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, Diaz, the girl that's in Encanto. Okay, here goes. So she announces Dracula. And she's just like, look at how she looks at him. she just looks like so pissed to be doing her job. All right, speaking of everything being more animated, this is Van Helsing realizing that he doesn't have a reflection, and look at his face. Look at Van Helsing's face coming up here. So freaked out. Okay, so of course Dracula has these ladies that have to come out by night to him. But this scene's a little different in this version. I'm not going to show too much of it because her shirt is almost totally see-through. And look at his face. He knows it. Okay, so one thing I thought was really cool about the Spanish version is you don't really know when the other, I think her name's like Mina or something, and the other one, she's Eva in this one, Juan Harker's fiance. But you don't really know in the English language version how she gets Dracula's blood in her. And in this one, they explicitly say that he opens a vein on his arm and like makes her drink it. I'm not sure how he like delivers it there, but he like actually opens up a vein and is like makes her drink it. So that's some more detail on this one that we learn how she gets kind of under his power / curse. It's also really gross. So her dress in this scene where she's about to bite this guy, whereas in the English one, she just kind of almost bites him. And this one, she like full on bites him. It's like totally see-through. It's very different than the English version. Look at how much more animated she is than the English lady. Look at this. Oh, it's just like full-on bite attacks him. It makes for a really different experience in this version. We've got the classic monster movie pose there. Love it. Look how freaking awesome these stairs are. It looks so cool. So Renfield's death is different in this one. And look at this new shot. It's awesome. He strangles him for a super long time. And then instead of like the English one, he goes down the stairs, which is a pretty cool stunt. On this one, I think they just like toss a dummy over the edge of the stairs, but it's still a pretty cool and different death here. Here you go. Come on. All right. Dracula's death moans in this version are insane. It just keeps going. This is the longest stabbed in the heart death moan ever. So this is pretty much where the English one ends right here, where Dracula's dead. You got Van Helsing who's like, I'm going to take care of some more business around here. And then these guys are like, yay, we're happy. But the Spanish version has a way cooler ending shot. Like this shot of them leaving together is new. They're cruising up the stairs. Okay, this is the ending shot that I'm talking about that is way better than the English version. So you got Juan and Eva up there leaving together, and then you have Van Helsing down by Renfield's body there, boop, on the floor. And also in this version, Van Helsing explains what he's going to stay behind and do. So he says, I'm going to stay behind and make good on a promise I made to Renfield. So I'm assuming he's going to go try and save his soul or something, or I don't know if he's going to stake him, but I think he's going to do something to him. But in the other one, it's just like, I'm going to stay and do some stuff. And then it kind of is over when they're like, yay, we're safe. But look at this ending shot. It is so cool. Fiend. All right, this has been your monster movie every day for October. This is October 31st, the final one from the monster movie 31 movie set with the Spanish version, Dracula. So we've got 1931 Spanish version Dracula for October 31st, 2022. So this version is a lot more animated, like way more animated than the English version. Like the actors are like have more passion on their faces. And there's a few scenes that I liked a lot better. But for the most part, I think I like the English language Dracula better. I think it's more polished and I think it's a better movie, even though we lose out on a little, like the people are a little bit more stiff. I think it's more well made. So for me, this one was kind of a fun novelty, but I don't think I'd really feel any need to revisit it. I think I'd want to revisit the English Dracula with the music track on there. Also, I think it would be fun to make my own music track with public domain music for that one. So as far as all the movies go, this one is a upper middle as far as the 31 movies go. And this behind me, this is an introduction to the Spanish version by a lady named Lupita, who is the lady who plays Eva. And it's super interesting. It's like 4 minutes, but it was very interesting. And even though the Spanish version was remastered in 4K and on the 4K disc as well, it did not look anywhere as close to as good as the English language version. Okay, if you have been with me for all 31 of these movies, thank you very much, and please let me know, and stay tuned for more. And of course, people that are here for leather bags, there will be updates on that too. But if you were, you probably wouldn't have watched this far anyway. So thanks for watching.